Gamers, gals, non-binary pals, welcome back to me being free from the duelist cup hell. If there's one thing I hate more than playing Yu-Gi-Oh, it's watching Yu-Gi-Oh content creators talk about the ban list. And here we have Farfa, favorite little cat boy, posting this ban list won't be good. I think this ban list has potential. Do I think it's gonna realistically solve the issues and do stuff like ban OSS, ban Diabell Star, or all the Fire King cards? Realistically, no. But one can hope to live in a slightly more magical world. So, let's give it a watch.
Back to the #1.
What the fuck?
YouTube, welcome back to the #1 Banlist channel on the tubers. Now, I'm not trying to flex too hard or anything,
it's Team
but
Sam.
you've seen historically over the last couple of years, my banlist predictions have accrued an 87% success rate with regards to the bans and limitations, and when it comes to semi-limits and unlimits, I have been about 47% accurate.
Damn, it must be really nice to be a literal Konami employee and to have contacts in Konami that are secretly drip-feeding you the ban list. Like, yes, Farfa, Dark Greffer is coming back to 2. Buy it out to afford another house. Buy the secret rares.
Sounds pretty bad, but when other YouTubers are averaging about a 26% success rate, I think almost half is very
Where's your source?
Now, I'm not saying you need to watch this video because it's the best. Team Samurai X1, best! But this is a pretty accurate prediction. I'm just saying. If you've been really enjoying my content recently, then consider subscribing on Patreon or watching my Twitch streams.
We need more
Monday
Farfa
and
reacts.
Wednesday to Saturday,
That's the
2
real
PM
shit
UK,
we need.
11 AM EST every single week. Alright, I'm sure you're wondering where I pulled those statistics from with regards to my accuracy of banlist predictions. Well, let me tell you something.
I made it the fuck up.
Listen, this is still going to be pretty good, so let's begin with 2 ban lists I've handcrafted and formulated here. Number 1, I'm going to give you my prediction. These are not cards that I agree with. These are not hits that I actually think would fix the game or anything like that. This is what I predict will happen, which is the big difference than what I want to happen. I know so many of you want things like Poplar and Bonfire banned, but
yes.
Spoiler, you know,
ban
based off of
Poplar.
Historically, the patterns that Konami has shown, generally cards get reprinted, or at least the expensive cards don't get hit until much later. I'm not trying to put my tinfoil hat on or anything here, but it's really unlikely they're gonna ban Poplar, okay? It's very, I hate to burst that bubble of yours.
We need to go on sportsbetting.com right now, and we need to have like a triple parlay of OSS band, Poplar band, and Bonfire band. If those 3 things happen, I want that $100 trillion times payout. Someone go on sports betting right now and start setting up parlays for the Yu-Gi-Oh ban list.
Prediction, and then I'll give you my wish list, which... It's gonna be a spicy one. Alright, first of all, let's begin with Unlimited. I think that they will finally put Speedroid Terratop to 3. That card was recently put back in the last list to 2.
Sure is a card.
Clearly did nothing. Speedroids are not the best deck. Burning Abyss is the best deck, it just doesn't have the right pilots. So hopefully when they realize that this card needs to come back to 3, it'll help boost the, you know, shall we say, consistency of Burn the Piss. Semi-limitations, last time they put Orcust Harp Horror to 1, finally! It only took like 4 or 5 years longer than it should have been. I love that they like to bring back cards way past their expiry date to the point that they are basically irrelevant. Irrelevant is a bit unfair. We have seen a couple of Orcust tops here and there at the regional level. I think we even saw like a regional top potentially from a Horus build. So, you know, the deck is pretty cool. And I think there's reason enough to buy Horus cards, huh? Harp enjoyers? So I think Harp Horror
Gotta
is
buy that $80 MCETI
in this next list, 2 or 3, something like that, alongside a Danger. I think they're finally gonna bring back a Danger. Yes, the Jackalope or Tsuchinoko or both. Who knows? I think the Dangers are, I don't want to say power creep. They're obviously really extremely good cards and powerful in their own right, but they're definitely not the cards they were in 2018, right?
Remember when if you wanted to buy like a Danger core with like triple Jackalope, triple Tsuchinoko, triple Bigfoot, triple whatever. By the way, everything was a fucking secret rare. Like, it literally cost like $600 fucking dollars. And the worst part is that it was fucking good. Like, it wasn't like some overhyped garbage engine. You had to buy the Dangers because at that point in Yu-Gi-Oh's history, Yu-Gi-Oh was arguably in like its own mini tier 0 format with like Gumblar, looping Saryujas, so like draw Fossil Dynas, and like GamCL. Oh my god. I remember the first regional I went to, in my last round, I got matched up against Danger, Crusadia, Dragon Link, and they just like resolved 2 Dangers they drew like fucking perfectly, and then they ended up like the fucking nuclear nut board. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? What was I supposed to accomplish?
Crazy to think that Jackalope is 17 years old. That is wild. So yeah, relatively small list. Let's move up to limitations. Limited to 1, I think that based off of the Master Duel success of Dragon Rulers, like, The cards are at 3 and they have done nothing. It's a Tomahawk Turbo deck with Auradon, none of which are in the TCG, so don't worry, there's nothing to worry about there. Yeah, like, it's fine. Like, these cards are useless, okay? Dragonos can come
Hey, they
back
might
to,
be cool.
1, I guess. You know, I think Tidal is the one that's banned, so they're probably going to put Tidal to 1 here. Heck,
Shout out to
maybe they'll just do
James
the hop,
playing
skip, and jump and
Cashier
put them
a
straight to 3.
Dragon
It doesn't
Ruler.
really matter. But I think a Dragon Ruler is coming back now. Next up is... This one is a bit of a cope, but I think that they will probably look at the results and try and bring something up as a contender this format, potentially. But I think
Last turn to
Kieran's
1.
coming back, okay? Stop laughing. Stop laughing. Stop. Like, listen, I genuinely think they're going to bring back Kieran. Listen, you can't put a card on the artwork of support cards. You can't make
Yes,
new
you can.
Manifesto cards with
We've done it
Kieran on the
before.
artwork and then just keep Kieran banned. How does that make any sense? So for these completely logical and reasonable reasons that I have outlined above and nothing to do with the gameplay relation of the deck itself, I think Kieran's going to come back to 1.
It's so funny how Kieran is just so mid. Kieran is just like the most mid card to ever exist at like the current point in like Yu-Gi-Oh's history. Why does it matter that it's banned? Like, ooh, oh no. Like, I think like the only reason it still may be banned is because, oh, we don't want to give Magispector a free out to Promethean Princess. Like we have like 500 better cards that are legal. Why is Kieran still fucking banned?
2 hits are a little bit kind of part and parcel together. Snake Eye is obviously the elephant in the room. How do you hit Snake Eye? If we're following the logic that they're not going to ban expensive, high-rarity cards before they reprint them, etc., then this deck becomes really difficult to hit. Like,
Yeah, no
genuinely,
shit.
It is so hard to hit this deck without outright killing it. Now, you either hit a bunch of the Fire King cards, which are structure deck cards, but even those are, like, relatively new. And even then, pure Snake Eye is still completely viable, and arguably, in my opinion, I think is the best version of the deck.
Hear me out. This might sound like an insane opinion, but what if it's okay to just kill the deck? What if we just slaughter the deck? It's gone. We don't have to deal with it anymore. We can just stop pretending. We could just wipe our hands, be free of this fucking plague, just fucking limit every single Snake Eye card or ban it. What if we just did that? We'd have to keep up this fucking charade of like, oh, if we hit OSS, then the deck becomes bad. I have to normal summon my Podix. No, we can just get rid of it. We could be free.
There's 2 hits here that I think reins this deck in without hitting any of the new cards and upsetting people's wallets who invested a small loan from their bank to purchasing a deck in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Should have just been like me, bozos. Gamble away your life savings. Keep gambling to afford Yu-Gi-Oh cards like a true fucking gamer like me. Just gamble. What if you win? Oh, I don't want to lose my life savings. But what if you win? You have your life savings plus a bunch of free money. Just gamble. What could go wrong? For legal reasons, this is not financial advice, nor you should take me seriously.
And I think that is going to be the limitation of Snake Eye Ash and the banning of Jet Synchron, I think, is
Again!
the logical way that they are going to address this. It doesn't outright kill the deck. It arguably, to some extent, maybe doesn't even do anything. But again, I don't think they're going to try and aim to do anything crazy to this deck just before national season. I think a lot of people invested big money in this, and it would be a very, very bold move to hit a deck that hard just before the European Championship, the NEWCQ, and all of the various national championships in between. For that reason, I think, you know, gameplay aside, that makes sense in and of itself to not hit this deck that hard.
All I'm gonna say, let's say that in some fantasy universe, Konami thinks, yeah, we need to ban Jet Synchron. Let's stop people from playing some utter dog shit like Flamvell Guard as like another level 1 fire tuner. What if people just start playing stuff like Unexpected Die into Flamvell? Like, arguably, that's pretty good. That's like Bonfire Surge Poplar, you know what I mean? And arguably, if we ban Jet Synchron, spoiler alerts, people just play the Fire King version. It does literally nothing because people are just like, oh, I guess we just have no reason to play like the pure version. We can have like 1 extra space in our Fire King deck to play the Temple. We Temple set like the thingy, and then yeah, we just go Fire King Island Among Us. Wow.
My complete and total prediction ban list for this upcoming list, but I'm sure you want to know what my wish list is. Now, realistically, my wish list is maybe like 50,
Last turn
80
to
cards or
1.
something. Maybe we'll do a
Red
dedicated
reboot
video
to
for that in
negative
the future.
12.
But for now, let's keep it within the realms of, I don't know, not yapping for 2 hours. So again, these ones are the hits that I think are going to would be good, and I think would be really nice this format.
Ban
But it's
OSS!
not the extensive,
Please!
you know, multiverse of Farfa wish list and unbans and unlimits that he would like to have in the format, because the
One
game would
time
actually
Farfa.
be good at that point.
Please.
I joke. I don't. All right, unlimited. I think Harp Horror should go straight to 3. There's no reason to just put it to 2. There's really basically no difference between.
Ban Runic Fountain. That's the actual real shit.
I think all of the dangers should go to 3. Those cards are basically a little bit.
Let them cook.
Time at this point. What are you gonna do?
My man is frying.
Deck, like even then, you don't need the dangers in tier limit. And I think dangers in tier limit only really works really well when you had a bunch of good names to hit. Terratop, I think, should go straight to 3. I think I already did that in the prediction, but I think this one is also very likely.
Also, the second big reason why the dangers were so good in fucking tier limit was not just because you had a bunch of names you could fucking sack into, but because you could make fucking Curious. Remember when Curious was legal and just like any 3 monsters were just like, ha ha ha. Oh my god. Gem Knight FTK, Curious and Block Dragon or Gem Knight Fusion? Oh my god, that shit was like black tar heroin. I could not get enough of this stuff.
The Dragon Rulers, in my opinion, can all go straight to 3. I don't see an issue with that at all, for all the reasons that I mentioned previously. A little bit of an interesting one here. I think Sharvara should go back to 3.
No.
I don't know why this card was hit. Unchained was.
This card was so good!
Well-designed decks I've ever played in Yu-Gi-Oh, and it was one deck that I really enjoyed. I think the DD Caesar King is like kind of oppressive and like really absurd. I'd rather see that card get hit than the consistency and viability of Unchained as a whole, because Sharvara offers you so much in way of like your combos, your consistency, and your ability to play through disruption. I think the deck is basically kind of dead on arrival right now. I have high hopes for this in Mastodon, hopefully, but you know, Maxi format, etc., etc. I think this card should just go back to 3. I don't see the issue with Sharvara.
The problem is that like, yes, he is completely correct in the sense where like that deck was really good at just abusing High King Wave Caesar. Like that shit was fucking turbo waves. Let's not fucking pretend that shit was not like the most frustrating piece of shit on planet Earth. But he is completely correct about everything Sharvara offered, except that it offered way too much. Like you needed 3 hand traps to beat Unchained. Unchained literally was like the most disgusting shit on planet Earth if it got to like pop off, because it could just make like the full fucking combo board and have like infinite follow-up. That shit was literally just Fire King Snake Eye, except it didn't play fucking level 1 Fire Pyros. If you can ban Circular, I don't see no reason why you don't ban Sharvara. Now that I think about it, Konami really likes to have monsters that have in-hand effects that act as your combo starter. Like first we had Circular, now we have Sharvara, now we have fucking Poplar. Goddamn.
Limitations. All right, limited to 1. Fenrir. Fuck Fenrir. Holy crap. I hate Fenrir. I don't know if I might be the only person in the world like this, but whenever Fenrir gets summoned against me after I've put a couple of disruptions up on the field, if you've seen my vlogs, you probably understand what I'm talking about. Fenrir makes me a stupid person. I hate Fenrir. Fenrir like makes you throw like 3 disruptions at it because it attacks over something. It can deal with something with its effect. I hate Fenrir. I should ban this card, honestly, but you know, limiting it is fine because maybe the 3 Cash Dealer players left in the world want to play with Fenrir.
Objectively correct. Fuck Fenrir. Oh my god. I remember when everyone was like, oh, Fenrir's not actually that good compared to Pankratops. Holy shit, you read Fenrir? Everyone says that until they actually play with a Fenrir, and then you're just like, holy shit, this card does everything. Doesn't take up your normal. It's a search. It gives you free discard fodder. It's a banish. It forces your opponent to layer their interactions in a really shitty fucky-wucky way. Holy shit. Fuck Fenrir. I'm surprised this shit didn't get limited instead of Unicorn. My god.
Mature Burial should go back to 1. Yeah, they did a bit of a funny oopsie with Snatch Steal 10 years ago. Turned out that they brought back Snatch Steal recently, didn't do anything.
It's Monster Reborn.
Maybe we'll end up in a
Might
format
be
where
good.
we can have like triple Snatch Steal, triple Change of Horror, huh? That'll be really funny. But for now, I think the equip of choice is going to be Premature Burial. I don't know if there's going to really be any viable Premature Burial loops with things like Power Tool, Dragon, or something like that. I doubt it, and I doubt it'll be even remotely meta. But hey, Premature Burial, maybe Infernoble can search it or something. Oh wait, that's...
Rest in peace, Infernoble. I hate that deck.
They banned this. Colossus to 1.
No! No!
Farfa Banlist discussion and council that we had. You see, Colossus is a good floodgate. Protoss is a bad floodgate. So I think they should bring back the good floodgate.
No,
Listen,
we don't need that.
It's your fault for searching with Snake Eye. Okay, it's your fault that you bought Bonfire. I didn't force you to buy Bonfire. Okay, that was you.
No. The fucking solution to Yu-Gi-Oh is not to just bring back floodgates. Ah, fuck. There is no such thing as a good floodgate. All floodgates are evil, bad things for bad people. Scrubbed raid, evil floodgate. Messenger of Peace, evil floodgate. Do not think that the solution to Yu-Gi-Oh is to introduce floodgates, because that's why we have summon limit in every fucking Fire King Snake Eye side deck.
Ting back the Kirin. Now, banning cards, you know, literally this list should have like 30 cards in my opinion, but let's stick to somewhat within the realm of possibility here. I think they need to ban Dimension Shifter.
No.
Yes.
This card is cool. This is the cool floodgate. This is my cool floodgate. I'm not saying that because they have triple QCRs. I'm not saying that because I spent $25 and gave that shit to my friend Kwoo to fucking buy more copies of D-Shifter. This is my floodgate. I spent money on this, so it should be legal. It's okay for me to have this. It's mine. It's fine.
Yep. Yippers. Woo! Anyway, and also keeping it in the family here, you know what I'm saying, brother? Dimension barrier. Yeah.
No.
Weird.
No. I'm playing Labyrinth. I need this card. It's how I beat Brandon. I need it. That deck is good again. I have to call Fusion. This card is fine. This card could stay. Just draw Ash. Hey man, if I could draw Ash every fucking game, I'd be the fucking YCS champion right now.
Cards with the word dimension in them should all be banned. No, Farfa, don't ban Dimension Alchemist. Yeah,
Edison!
One is probably late. I know it's not that necessary, but it's a problem card. It's annoying, and I think it shouldn't just be in the game at all. It was probably more bannable last format, but I think it should be banned regardless. Gimmick Puppet / Sanctifier Dragon. I don't know which one.
Oh my god.
If you hit the Gimmick
Fuck
Puppet,
both these
they
cards.
just replace it potentially with something like Edo. So I think probably banning Sanctifier Dragon is the best thing here, but hey, listen, I'll take the Gimmick Puppet. At least that one doesn't linger.
The actual hit is to ban Albion, because if you ban Gimmick Puppet, people are just going to start playing either Edo or they're going to start playing Jaugen, which they already are in branded Silent Force, because guess what? Jaugen is a light spellcaster and gets protected by the barrier. What a good fucking game. It literally has to be Sanctifier. It can't be anything else. It just has to be Sanctifier. They should just branded Fusion already. Branded can kind of function without branded Fusion. I've been Brandon's resident hater for the past like 10 years. But even I'll admit, this deck is so fucking AIDS to play against sometimes. I'm like, yes, I ashed a branded Fusion. I can pop off. Wait, what is that Cartesia doing? And then he goes like Garganoil. And then he just does like 50 fucking Fusion combos. Beep bop, bitty bop, pow. And I just want to fucking like blow my brains out. I'm like, god damn.
Been yapping for a long time now, so thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Let me know what your favorite hits are on this list, and if there's anything you agree with or disagree with. I will be sure to look at the comment section and then Alt F4 and never read them again. Unban Verta, you cowards. I want Dragoon back in the game. Where's Dragoon, Konami?
We need Labyrinth Dragoon!
Thank you everyone for watching, and until next time, subscribe to my Patreon and watch my Twitch streams. Bye!
Actually, please bring back Verte Anaconda so I can make Dragoon and Labyrinth. Fuck doing Yama bullshit with silly little Unchained cards. Let me make Dragoon, baby. That's the real shit. Let me know what your ban list wish list is in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.